Welcome to TNT, everybody. And it is the last Tuesday of November, November 26th, 2024. And I'm stunned that we are already at this point in the year again. We only have three more meetings for 2024, December 3rd, 10th, and 17th. Um, yeah. And then we'll be off for a couple of weeks because of the timing with the holidays. And yeah, and then we start all over again. So as we're moving into that last meeting that we have in December on the 17th, we will take communion that night because that will be our last meeting for 2024. But that night, um, as we're taking communion, be thinking between now and then and applying what we've been talking about, seeing the end from the beginning and okay, Lord, this area of my life, I need to move forward. There, you know, needs to be some transformation, whatever that looks like. Um, as we get to December 17th, be thinking, um, as we go into communion that night, what, what do you want to set as I hate to say a goal because I don't want to diminish it to just a goal, but what is an area of your life that you, as we move into 2025, that you would like to experience real transformation? So be thinking of that for December 17th. And there's Barbara. Hey, it's good to have you back. Yay. Feeling much better, I hope. Good, 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 good. It's good to have you back. We missed you. And yeah, pneumonia, that's nothing to mess around with. So we are glad you are back and smiling. That's a good sign. Um, so tonight is communion night, and there's a special scripture I wanted to um, use as we go into communion. But before that, obviously, we always have sharing time on the last Tuesday of the month. So if you have a testimony, something that you would like to share, I don't care what, again, if it's much progress or this much progress, it doesn't matter. It's that you are moving forward and that you are aware of transformation taking place. So, anybody have um, a, a testimony or something they would like to share tonight before we have our time of communion?
Do you mind
Julie,
if I go first?
go for it, Julie.
Okay, because I know I had emailed you
Right.
about it a few days ago. Um my for a while now, probably within the last year, my mom has been trying to write a book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I don't think I've shared it with you guys or not, but we it's going to be like a compilation of like snippets and tidbits of different things that God has given her either at night when she goes to bed in the wee hours of the morning or night, and even during the day, and so forth and so on. And at this point she's written about 3 volumes, and
Oh,
as far
wow.
as and it's something that we and I'm the one that's doing the typing for all of this for the whole
Okay.
book. And subsequently, if we get through the first book and we sell some and things like that, then I would move on to the second and the third volumes of it. But what I wanted to do is, I mean, I know that we're a fairly small group and we're all women. I thought that I would share a few of the ones that she has written with you guys just to see what your opinions are of these, if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. And just be mindful. I don't know how long they are, but just be mindful that we
Oh
have.
no, they are very
Okay.
short.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not
Okay.
real
Good.
long, so we're good.
Okay. By the way, your hair and the earrings and everything, you look awesome tonight, Julie.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
she
you.
You
does.
look amazing.
No,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I had to use a lot of hairspray this last time when I washed it. I was like, one way or the other, the hair is all gonna lay down the way I want it to go and not be wearing a hat. I'm like, I'm getting tired of wearing a hat every week. So, but when I washed it, I was like, I'm using a lot of hairspray, and so far the hairspray's been working out very well. So, but thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yes.
Okay, I have three of these that my mom gave me because
Okay.
I think these are three of her favorite ones.
Okay.
So, okay. The first one is now can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The first one is don't let your faraway places crowd your up close and personal. That's the first one.
Okay.
The second one is probably of the three that I'm going to share. The second one is probably one of her favorites of all the ones that she's done thus far.
Okay.
And believe me, she has written many.
Okay.
And so, okay, the second one is peace when the mind is free of clutter and the heart is full of joy.
Ooh, I
That's
love
that
that.
one. And then the third one is, I would say, another one of her favorites. And it's been one that she wrote. It's been a while since she wrote it. But it's let's change the me to we so we can be family.
Oh, nice. Nice.
So those are the three that she wanted me to share. So
Okay. Okay. Um, so I mean, so it's just those little, just the one.
yeah, they're
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
they're all pretty much, very short and, to the point, and it'll yeah, I mean, once we get it, to a publisher and get it printed and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff, then then we'll go from there. So, but
Julie,
I'm
those
Kind
are
trying to keep them all short.
yeah, those are awesome. And I have seen books like that that just have those little short little, it's
Right.
like putting up a meme on social media. It means a lot, but it's just a few words. Good for you guys. That's
Thank you.
awesome. That's
Thank
awesome. We are going, I put it down in the prayer section. So when we get to prayer time tonight, we're going to just speak a blessing over that because the Lord blesses the works of our hands. He just
you.
does. And so we're just going to speak massive blessings over that so that it goes out and ministers to people.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for, that, when we get to the point that we get it published and everything, that, we can go to different places, that would accept it.
Right.
And, and then my mom can autograph them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we can, make a little money out of it. Because
Yeah.
I know my mom would appreciate a little bit of the money,
Yes.
part of it. Not to
you
sound
know,
selfish or anything, but
No, no, no.
um
Julie,
I mean,
kind of.
that definitely would help, my mom, being 88 years old, and she pretty
Yeah.
much lives on her Social Security and my dad's death benefits as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's amazing. Madeline, you were trying to say something.
I'm
I was,
sorry. I apologize.
oh no, I was just going to make a comment to you, Julie. It almost sounds like your mom's proverbs for life that you're sharing and what she's learned over all the time.
Yeah.
To 88, they're really, really good.
Thank you.
Yes. I love that she's doing that.
Yeah.
Yay! Good for her. Tell her we love it. Congratulations.
I will
We're-
tell her that tomorrow.
Yes. And
And I'm sure that that will make her feel very good. So,
we are awaiting the finished product. So
oh boy. Well, actually, once we get it, published and everything, and once we get copies and everything, what I would like to do is to send one to everybody in this group.
oh, nice. Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
Okay.
Yep. All right, you got it. We are looking forward to that.
and have my mom sign it for everybody. So,
Yes, Julie, what an awesome thing for your mom to be doing. And think about last year, the all where your mom was health-wise, and here she is
oh, I
now,
know,
and she's
I
charging
know,
ahead on her book.
I know.
Love
And
that.
she had even, she'd even started all of this before, what happened to her back in June.
Yeah.
And even when well, not when she was in the hospital, but when she was at the rehab place, she was
Yeah.
working on it then. She didn't do it in the hospital because she just was really totally out of it then. But when
Yeah.
she was in the rehab, she worked on it then. So
Nice. Nice. I love that. Great way to start tonight. Very cool. Okay, who's next?
I'll go.
Okay,
I
Madeline.
would, I guess what I want to work towards, I've been doing it since I can remember, since I'm a child, is wanting peace and confidence. Because the first part of my life, the first 20 something, actually 30 years, I never understood a lot of things that had happened. I couldn't remember things. There were big blocks of empty pictures in my life. And there was always this ruminating about what was different when I saw what other people would talk about, like in high school. Like I didn't remember those things, and my family would say something and I didn't. So, and then over time, I finally was able to start remembering things because I decided it had been bothering me and really annoying me and making me very uncomfortable and stressed out for all those years. But in between, I had a lot of good times, but not ever real comfortable. And so sometime in my 30s, I had started having, I guess you just can't keep stuff like that down too long. I had flashbacks very often. And I thought, whoa, what is this? And it really was stressful and took a toll once I did have those. Because, I'd sit in church, the first one, and everybody disappeared, and I'd see a scene with my father, and it just kind of, rocked me at that time. But I just want to listen to myself and not worry what to have to do for all the others. And I want that kind of confidence where it is measured by me as just as good as what I saw my siblings living with. Because there was a lot of times we were not together. We moved 7 times in my first 9 years because my parents would split up for 6 months, get back together, all the way until the time he died. So I think I shared this has to do with abuse.
Yeah.
But, so it's just been quite a journey. And I have really, the only person really that I've torn down, not even him as much. I've forgiven him, but I have been extremely hard on myself. And it's time to, before I die anyway, I'm in the last part of my life, I'm sure, is to be able to get that kind of peace and comfort. I've had it with a lot of good friends, but I have had a hard time. I have picked people that obviously were just not trustworthy. and thinking that they were good relationships, and a couple of men that I dated were not good choices either. And I always wound up losing those connections. So it's been a very lonely time. And my mom would always compare or tell me things my sister was accomplishing, what my brother was accomplishing, and then she'd tell my sister what I was accomplishing. So we kind of worked against each other for a very long time. And when I told my sister about the abuse, we had a major fight. And because she has called me a liar. She called me a liar. She's passed away from breast cancer. And the breast cancer was really the time we came back together. She would call me every morning because it was a very rare type, and ask me if I thought she was going to live right before I would walk out to go to work. I mean, I was certainly not going to say no, and I really prayed hard that she would. But right before she died, she did say to me, if it's true, I'm sorry. So that was a big concession, I guess, for her. But recently, my brother, who supported me, has changed his mind about it. So I just want peace and confidence and feeling I belong for all these years. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Madeline, you know what we were talking about last week is that begin to picture in a time of meditation, literally picturing yourself as that confident.
I do. I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of that. Yeah.
And
And
allow the Lord to do the work to get you there. He's going to be the one that works the process on how to do it. But if you are visualizing it and feeling it and believing it, he will accomplish it. And you have come so far. You have accomplished so much. This is the next level that he says, okay, Madeline, you're ready for this now.
well, I guess because I buried it for 30
Yeah.
years. And, um, my doctor even said that he had a patient that didn't go quite through as much of that. She doesn't leave the house. And I think I accomplished a lot despite it. And
Yes.
I have a real love of nature and pictures and seeing things and animals, and an appreciation. And I think I have a kind heart.
Yes.
So
And ladies, Madeline has an eye for photography. Oh my goodness, the photos that she has taken through the years. I have a set of photos that she took of my boys I don't have it's down in the basement. I'll bring it up. I'll try to remember to bring it upstairs and show it to you on TNT next week. Nathan was 8 years old, and so the boys were 8 and 12 and 14, and she took the most amazing photos of all three of them. So I'll bring those up next week so you can see Nathan when he was 8. But she caught each one of their personalities. It just, if you knew the three boys, you would see their personalities coming through the photo. She's an amazing photographer. So the Lord has giftings in her that are going to be released in this process. So Madeline, we're standing with you that this is the area now of transformation that he's saying, all right, honey, we're ready to do this one now. So this is exciting.
it is.
Exciting. Yeah.
It's just 7 decades. And the last major flashback in memory took 55 years.
Yeah.
So it's just, that stuff doesn't go away. You know that. So, and that's okay. It's just I'm ready. Okay, God, I'm tired.
Yeah,
I,
yeah. He knows. He knows. And it's coming. I want to say, Madeline, Julie wrote in the chat, Madeline, and then in all caps, you are loved, all caps, by all in caps of us. So, Madeline, you are loved by all of us. So, yes, Julie.
Thank you, because it's been a hard thing to actually believe with my own family, because my father used to each time tell me that don't expect that anybody else but me will love you, and it's not going to happen for you.
Such a
So,
lie from the pit of hell.
and I
Oh,
mean, it started when I was very small and went on for a long time.
yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep. That is a massive,
thank you, Julie,
massive,
though. Thank you.
yes, yes. Okay. Who's next? Who else has something to share? Anybody tonight? Quiet group. Well, okay. Um,
Well, can I say one more thing? I just really want to get closer to all of you and have a real connection doing this with you, because this is an incredible um, group that meets, and the stuff we're covering is just life saving and really builds our faith tremendously. So I'm hoping I get to know each of you much better.
you will. And Madeline, as you and I have walked this journey through the years, I am so thrilled you are a part of this group because you have a lot to share to this for this group. This group has a lot to share for you, plus just you having the connection of this group is massive.
It
So,
is, yes,
yes.
yeah, because the people that I thought were going to stick by me have not.
Yep. That's their loss. So, Barbara, did you have something you wanted to share? Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
Thank
There
you
we go.
for your prayers.
Yes.
I went to the ER. It's called Audie Murphy, and I went there on Thursday, and they took a X-ray of my chest, but it only apparently had bronchitis. So I went to a different ER, which is called Brooke Army Medical Center. So Audie Murphy and Brooke Army, they're both for all veterans, but and military people, but the Army did better. So. Um, I went on Thursday, and then I went to Brooke Army on Saturday, and they found pneumonia, which I guess they caught it early because they only gave me 5 days of antibiotics. So
Yeah.
I was better. The hard part was having a fever and a headache at the same time. I don't know if it was just I couldn't, and I went back to school last Wednesday, and I was getting a fever and a headache, but I made it through the week. So
Wow. Well, I am thrilled that you are back here and you are feeling much better. And
thank you.
now, do you have this whole week off for Thanksgiving? Or
Yes,
oh, nice. So now your body can really rest for a week. And
yes.
yeah. Very cool. And then
I didn't want to have to take a day off until Thanksgiving week, but somebody had other plans for my immune system. So
yeah. Well, we are thrilled that you are back and healthy again, and now you can let your body recoup this week. And then you have just like 3 weeks before Christmas break, and so it'll be another
yeah,
short stint and then another break. So that will be good too. Very cool.
yes.
Very
Thank you.
cool. Awesome, awesome. Jessica.
I was just gonna say, and it doesn't always work, but I've had migraines a lot in my life until my neck got fixed. So um and that was just thank God for that. But it's kind of a thing in our family. now because it's worked enough that that now it's have you eaten an apple? Sometimes if you have a really bad headache, if you eat an apple, it can sometimes make it go away. It does not always work, but it's worked enough that we'll be like, "Did you eat an apple yet?" in our house because each of us has experienced it at work before. So, because believe it or not, it can sometimes have to do with your digestion, and the apple, it has something in it. You know, an apple a day help keeps the doctor away,
Right,
or
right,
um
right.
yeah. So I mean, it's worth a try when you have a horrible
Right.
migraine, and it's not going to hurt you. It's an apple.
Hey, you bet. And that, again, I love that we share things like that in this group. Because any tips like that, you never know when it might be just the thing somebody needs to hear and to try. So awesome. I'm gonna keep that tucked in the back of I don't get headaches, but just for other things, you know what? Grab an apple. Why not? I mean, I still, the more I read and the more I hear from different sources and different doctors who really study the interaction of every part of the body and nature and everything, I am convinced that there is some sort of natural remedy for anything that our bodies need. I mean, whether it's a certain supplement or a process or magnets or whatever it is. I have seen so many major things. And that doesn't, I mean, in addition to just speaking healing over somebody, and the Lord's word brings healing. I mean, so anything we can share like that with each other, um, and take it that we are not prescribing anything, and we are not saying we are going to heal anybody, because we can get in trouble for saying things like that. But if we share things that have been effective for us and we do it wisely, you know, yeah, absolutely. So thank you for that suggestion, Jessica.
I'm an
And like I
apple
said,
snob.
it's
I
a
like my pink ladies.
oh,
Oh,
I love pink ladies. They're so yummy.
yes, yes, they are good. They are good. They are very good. Um, so anything else, ladies, before we move into communion tonight? And it's going to be a little bit different communion because it's Thanksgiving week, and um, just wanted our focus to be a little different. So anything else before we move into communion? Okay. So as we go into a time of communion tonight, before we take the elements, I want you to just close your eyes. And we do that so that we can take our focus off of the world around us. And the Lord exists in our heart. So we're taking our focus off of the physical things around us. And we've talked about that, the input of the five senses and how that can affect us. We take our focus off of there and we turn it internally. So just close your eyes and be still before the Lord. And tonight we are going to go into a time of thanksgiving because of this week. And we are going to focus on thanksgiving for what Jesus accomplished for us at the cross. But I encourage you to make it very specific. Again, is there a situation in your life where you know it is not as He desires it to be? It is not yet your full experience of everything he accomplished at the cross. And I want you to think about that experience, that situation in your life. And tying it together with picturing the end from the beginning. Hold that up in one hand and look at him on the cross in the other hand. And realize he has already provided everything for that situation to be transformed to the full righteousness of God. He's already done it. And you picture Jesus on the cross. And at the moment that he became sin on our behalf, everything from that situation that is not as it should be just goes up to Jesus, and he in that situation become one. And as he goes into the pit of death, that situation, the parts of it that are not as they should be, go with him. And now as he rises by the power of the Holy Spirit, same power that is at work in us, it's the same power. That situation is fully restored, fully righteous in the eyes of God. It is exactly as it should be. Start picturing the end, the resolution, the transformation of that situation right now. Feel what it looks, what would it feel? Let yourself feel how joyful it is to look at that and know that it is fully completed, restored, fully righteous, as it should be in Father God's eyes. There is not one situation that is not covered, not one. Stay with your eyes closed as I read this. Psalm 100, and this is in the Passion Translation. And just let your heart experience walking through what this psalm says. And it's called a poetic song for thanksgiving. Lift up a great shout of joy to Yahweh. Go ahead and do it, everyone, everywhere. Worship Yahweh with gladness. Sing your way into his presence with joy. And realize what this really means. We have the privilege of worshiping Yahweh our God. For he is our creator and we belong to him. We are the people of his pleasure. Or the sheep of his pastures, another translation says. You can pass through his open gates with the password of praise. Can you picture yourself, ladies, walking into his presence, praising him for the resolution, transformation of this situation in your life? It is fully dealt with. It is fully righteous now. And you see yourself walking in and praising him and thanking him for it right here, right now. That's what releases his transforming power into that situation. Come right into his presence with thanksgiving. Come, bring your thank offering to him and affectionately bless his beautiful name. For Yahweh is always good and ready to receive you. He's so loving that it will amaze you, so kind that it will astound you. And he is famous for his faithfulness toward all. Everyone knows our God can be trusted, for he keeps his promises to every generation. Just dwell on those words for a moment. Yahweh is always good and ready to receive you. Always ready to receive you. He's so loving, it will amaze you. So kind, it will astound you. Think of your situation. And it is his love and his kindness that is awaiting you to transform that situation. And he is famous for his faithfulness toward all. Everyone knows our God can be trusted, for he keeps his promises to every generation. And now as you take your bread and you break it, remember that this is his body becoming that sin for you on the cross. He allowed himself to be broken so that he could take the burden of every situation that is sin, everything that is less than God's best for us, everything that is less than the righteousness of God. Jesus allowed himself to be broken. He was broken so that we can experience his wholeness, his healing in every aspect of our lives. That's the great exchange. He took the punishment so that we can be whole in every way. Picture yourself experiencing that and receiving that as you take the bread. And as you take the cup, see him again on the cross. Blood leaving his body. Life leaving his body through the blood. The sacrifice that was needed to open the door that we can confidently walk into the presence of God. We can go in with gladness. We can go into his presence with joy. We have the privilege of worshiping him. We belong to him. We are the people of his pleasure, or the sheep of his pasture. Come right into his presence with thanksgiving. Come bring your thank offering to him and affectionately bless his beautiful name. For he is always good and ready to receive you because of the shed blood of Jesus. And take the cup. I have always loved Psalm 100, but when I read it in the Passion Translation, I went, oh my goodness, that needs to be our communion for tonight, because this is Thanksgiving week. We are thanking him. We can't thank him enough for what he has done. There's no way we can, there aren't enough words. There isn't enough time in creation to express the fullness of what he has done for us. So, with that, ladies, is there anything else anyone wants to share on the recording before we go into our prayer time? Anything? All right, well, for those watching the video, again, reminder as we move into December, it'll just be the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th. And obviously the 24th and the 31st are holidays. So we will then see you in 2025. But in the meantime, I hope this word from Psalm 100 in the Passion Translation has been a word of encouragement to all of you as well. And have a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving with your family and friends. See you next
You
week.
too.
Okay, so now we can move into prayer time. And the first thing that I have on the agenda is Julie's mom's book. So we are going, oh, it looks like Julie's frozen right now. I think Julie's frozen. But I am just going to speak a blessing over her mom's book, and it's Julie's project too. So Julie, are you still with us? You're frozen.
Now she's gone.
Oh, wow, that was weird. Okay.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah,
Is
that,
this your new computer?
yes. And I don't know, it just all of a sudden you guys, everybody froze and you were just gone. So,
That's what happened to me when I got on with you guys, and mine is
yeah. Oh, did we lose you, Jessica? Uh-oh. No,
logged out. I hit record. It was black
I
frozen.
can hear Jessica fine.
okay, there she is. Okay, I lost her for a minute. So anyway, very strange. Very, oh, now
My picture hasn't moved from the corner. Why?
it's recording again, and it shouldn't be. Hold on. Is it recording again?